The night breathes softly, like the world itself is holding its breath. Stars flicker, then fade. Somewhere, a dream is dying. You can feel it in the air, that strange stillness before everything unravels. Once there was light in every sleep, a spark in every heart. That light had a name, Morpheus, the keeper of dreams, the whisperer of visions, the sculptor of night. But now his realm trembles. The edges blur, stories crumble into silence. The dreamlight, once endless, is dimming, and with it, the songs of imagination. They say when a world forgets how to dream, it begins to vanish, slowly, quietly, like mist at dawn. Somewhere, a mortal named Elias wakes with tears he cannot explain. He has seen a shadow of stars falling in his sleep. He doesn't know it yet, but the dream has called him. His heartbeat echoes in two worlds, one waking, one fading. The time of Morpheus draws thin. And so, our story begins, where light meets the edge of forgetting. In the place between breath and silence, between sleep and awakening. Welcome to the realm of Morpheus, dream's last light. The wind hums through a valley of silver mist. It is not a place of earth or sky, but something between. Here, time drifts like dust in the air. You can feel it, the hush before a dream begins. Somewhere far away, a bell tolls. Its echo ripples through clouds of memory. Each ring carries a whisper, faint but urgent. A voice calls out, searching for something lost. The voice belongs to Elias, a dreamer, or perhaps a remnant of one. He has wandered through nights that never end. His steps make no sound. His breath forms no mist. Around him, fragments of dreams drift like shattered glass, a child's laughter, a forgotten song, the warmth of home. He reaches out, but the fragments dissolve. The world trembles softly, as if sighing in its sleep. Then, he hears it, a whisper that isn't his. Elias. The sound curls through the mist, gentle and heavy. It comes from everywhere and nowhere. A pulse of light flickers before him, faint and blue. It moves like a heartbeat, slow, fading. Elias takes a step closer. The air hums. The ground beneath him shimmers. He sees shapes forming, towers made of moonlight, rivers of glass, trees blooming with stars. It is beautiful. It is broken. The dream realm. Once a sanctuary, now fractured and dim. The light guides him toward a great hall that glows like a dying ember. Its doors breathe with slow rhythm. Inside, silence reigns. The walls pulse with faint memory. Statues weep light instead of tears. At the center, on a throne woven from shadow and silver, sits Morpheus, the Dream Lord. His eyes are closed, his crown dim. The rhythm of his breath matches the fading hum of the realm. Elias kneels, unsure why. "My lord," he whispers. The name feels ancient on his tongue. Morpheus opens his eyes, two galaxies trembling in the dark. "You heard the call," he says softly. Elias nods. "I dreamed of falling stars, of a world losing color." Morpheus smiles, faint and tired. "The dreamlight is dying," he murmurs. "When humans cease to believe in wonder, the realm fades." Elias feels the words like frost upon his skin. "Can it be restored?" he asks. Morpheus looks past him through unseen distances. "Perhaps, but not by me alone." The hall flickers, voices of old dreams whispering like waves. "Why me?" Elias breathes. Morpheus rises. His form flickers like candlelight. "Because you still dream when others forget." He raises his hand. A single spark of gold floats toward Elias, settling in his chest. The warmth spreads. The mist brightens. "Follow the echoes," Morpheus says. "Find what was lost." Elias looks around. The light, the mist, the silence. All waiting. "Where do I begin?" Morpheus smiles again, almost vanishing in the light. "Where all dreams begin, at the edge of memory." The air ripples. The throne dissolves. Elias stands alone in the glowing mist. The journey has begun. The dream realm breathes in waves of twilight. Light bends, sound melts, and time forgets itself. Elias walks beneath floating bridges of glass. Fragments of dreams hover like moths chasing warmth. Each whisper he hears belongs to someone awake, the prayers, fears, and memories of the living. He realizes now, Every dream has a shadow, and every shadow remembers. The air grows thicker as he nears a garden of pale flame. Flowers bloom in silence, their petals glowing faintly. At the center stands Morpheus. He seems both ancient and fragile, a god unraveling in slow motion. His robe flows like mist, his crown now a dim halo. Yet his presence fills the dream with gravity. "Do you know why you're here, Elias?" His voice trembles like wind through broken glass. Elias shakes his head. "Only that I heard your call." Morpheus turns to him, eyes reflecting the remnants of constellations. The world has forgotten how to dream. He gestures to the sky. It flickers, colors bleeding into gray. "Each mortal who stops imagining steals light from my realm." Elias watches the horizon fade. "But dreams still exist," he insists softly. "Children still dream." Morpheus smiles, but it is a sorrowful curve. "Yes, but fewer each night. Hope thins with every dawn." The ground trembles. Stars fall like ash. A quiet ache fills the air. Morpheus raises his hand, and an orb of dim light appears, the heart of dreams. It flickers weakly, pulsing like a wounded star. "This is what remains of dreamlight," he says. Elias reaches out. The light warms his palm, but fades again. "Why show me this?" he asks. "Because you remember wonder," Morpheus whispers. "You carry imagination that is not yet turned to dust." He looks toward the distant horizon. "I cannot mend this alone. The realm rejects me now. It seeks a bridge." Elias frowns. "A bridge?" Morpheus nods. "Between the waking and the dreaming, between belief and memory." The silence between them deepens. Far off, a melody hums, half lullaby, half prayer. Morpheus's eyes close briefly. Once, the dreamlight burned bright because mortals shared it freely. Now they hoard it in silence. Elias feels the truth of those words, how the waking world has forgotten to imagine. "I don't know what I can do," he confesses. Morpheus smiles again, faintly. "Walk. Listen. Remember?" He steps closer, placing a finger against Elias's temple. "You will see echoes of the old world. Follow them." Images flood Elias's mind, oceans of glass, towers of sleep, faces fading into mist. "The dreamlight," Morpheus murmurs, "feeds on creation. If it dies, dreams and reality collapse together." The air grows colder. The heart dims again. Elias feels its pulse fading like a dying ember. Morpheus lowers his hand. "You must find the source of its song before it falls silent." Elias nods slowly, though fear coils in his chest. "And if I fail?" Morpheus looks to the horizon where dawn trembles. Then the last dream ends. Even light will forget itself. The garden flickers. The flowers turn to mist. Morpheus's figure blurs into shadow and light. His final words linger as the world dissolves. "Remember, Elias, even darkness dreams of dawn." The wind stills. The dream realm sleeps again. Elias takes a breath and begins to walk. The mist parts before Elias, revealing a shore of mirrored glass. Waves roll in slow silence. Each ripple carries fragments of dreams, laughter, tears, half-spoken words. They drift like fallen stars. This is the sea of forgotten sleep, where unremembered dreams go to fade. The air hums softly, heavy with memory. Every breath feels borrowed, every sound distant. Elias steps onto the glass-like sand. His reflection ripples and changes, sometimes a child, sometimes an old man. He senses he's being watched, not by eyes, but by thoughts long abandoned. A whisper rises from the waves. "Do you remember us?" The voices blend, tender and broken. Elias kneels beside the water. He sees faces, artists, poets, lovers, inventors, fading into light. They are the spirits of forgotten dreams, the architects of imagination left behind. One, a woman with eyes of twilight, reaches out. "We once shaped worlds," she says. Her voice is soft, like wind over pages. "But no one dreams of us anymore." Elias listens. Their sorrow feels endless. "Can you not return?" he asks gently. She smiles sadly. "We live only in remembrance. Without dreamers, we dissolve." The waves shimmer with her fading form. Around them, countless voices whisper goodbyes that never end. Elias feels tears he does not recall shedding. "I will remember you," he promises. The sea responds with a low hum, like a heartbeat awakening. Then we are not truly gone. He looks across the horizon. In the distance, a faint glow pulses, faint, rhythmic, like a song. The forgotten sleep calls him forward. Each step he takes, the water glows beneath his feet. He sees fragments of old worlds beneath the surface, castles made of sound, oceans of laughter, all of them drifting, incomplete, waiting for someone to remember. As he walks, the whispers grow louder. "Tell our stories," they plead. "Sing our names again." He nods. "I will," he says aloud. The words echo across the endless expanse. Suddenly the waves rise, swirling into a spiral of light. From within emerges a figure, not a dreamer, not a god, something between, a guardian of the forgotten. Its voice sounds like 1,000 sighs. "You walk where few mortals dare. Why do you seek the fading light?" Elias steadies his breath. "To restore what was lost, Morpheus sent me." The guardian tilts its head. "Then you carry the spark." It touches his heart with a hand made of mist. A warmth spreads through him. He sees visions, dreams reborn as stars, stories rekindled by memory. "Keep walking," the guardian says. "Each step you take returns a fragment to the light." Elias bows his head. "Will I see you again?" The being smiles faintly. "Only if you forget." The sea stills. The horizon glows brighter. The echoes fade into gentle waves once more. Elias turns back one last time. The voices whisper farewell, soft as the breath of dawn. He walks toward the glow, carrying the weight of countless forgotten dreams. The mist closes behind him, sealing the sea of forgotten sleep in silence. Ahead, the faint song of the dreamlight begins to grow stronger. The glow on the horizon leads Elias to a land of shifting stone and silent echoes. Here, the air smells of parchment and dust. Towers rise and fall like breathing giants. It is the archive of echoes, a library older than stars, built from the bones of memory. Each wall hums with forgotten stories. Each corridor bends toward somewhere never reached. Elias steps carefully. His footsteps awaken faint murmurs, fragments of lullabies, poems, unspoken words. Shelves stretch endlessly above, each holding books that pulse with dim light. He opens one. Inside, not ink but light, the dream of a child who once wanted to fly. The pages flutter as if alive, but then the glow flickers and fades to gray. Elias closes the book gently. The whisper lingers. "Remember me." He moves deeper. Statues line the halls, carved in poses of thought and sorrow. Some weep dust, others crumble quietly into silence. The air feels heavy with forgetting. At the heart of the archive stands a great clock, its hands turning backward, slow as grief. Morpheus's voice echoes faintly from nowhere and everywhere. "This place keeps every dream ever dreamt." Elias looks around. "Then why are they fading?" "Because no one recalls them," Morpheus replies. "A dream unremembered is a story that dies twice." The clock chimes softly, its tone deep and ancient. Dust falls like snow. Elias runs his fingers over the shelves. Titles vanish as he touches them. "What can I do?" he whispers. "Remember," says the voice. "Each memory restored brings light back to this realm." He pauses, searching for something familiar. A single book catches his eye, plain, unmarked, trembling faintly. He opens it. The scent of rain and ink fills the air. Within, he sees himself as a boy, running through fields, laughing beneath storms, dreaming of wings that could reach the sun. The light from the book pours outward, flooding the room in gold. The statues stop crumbling, the air warms, the clock ticks forward again. Morpheus's voice softens. "You see now. You are both dreamer and guardian." Elias feels a strange calm. "Then my memories can restore what's lost?" "For a time," Morpheus answers, "but you must carry them all." He closes the book, holding it to his chest. The warmth lingers, a pulse, steady and alive. Suddenly, a shadow moves along the shelves, a whisper different from the rest. Elias turns. The air chills. The voice is soft, hollow. "Memory is hunger. Be careful what you awaken." He sees a figure, pale, formless, with eyes like smoke. It vanishes into the aisles. Morpheus's tone grows tense. The forgotten ones dwell here too. Do not linger. Elias nods and begins to move. Books fall open as he passes, releasing faint motes of light. Each light joins the air, brightening the path before him. The whispers grow hopeful again. At the exit, he looks back once more. The archive glows faintly, as if exhaling. Morpheus's final words echo through the silence. Every dream you remember keeps the darkness away. Elias steps into the mist beyond. The light follows him, fragile but alive. The mist thickens once more as Elias leaves the archive behind. The air feels colder, heavier. Each step echoes like a heartbeat in a vast sleeping world. The light from his chest flickers softly. Ahead, the ground splits into a web of dark lines, pulsing faintly with blue light. Morpheus's voice whispers through the fog. You must be careful now. The dream thieves linger here. Elias stops. Thieves, he asks quietly. They steal dreams? Not dreams, the voice replies. Memories of them. They feed on what is half forgotten. A chill runs through him. The fog begins to move, not with wind, but with presence. Shapes shift within the haze, tall, thin silhouettes flickering at the edges like smoke. They do not walk. They drift, weightless, as if the air itself carries them. Their faces are blank mirrors. In each reflection, Elias sees flashes of his own past. A schoolyard, a friend's, laughter, a promise he never kept, all slipping away. He tries to look away, but the reflections pull at him, soft and relentless. The whisper returns, now closer. Forget, and we will feed. Elias grips the light in his chest. It flares, pushing the mist back. No, he says. The figures recoil, hissing in silence. The air bends as if wounded. Morpheus speaks again. They cannot harm you unless you surrender your memories. Elias steadies his breath. Then they feed on neglect. Yes, Morpheus answers, on all that humanity lets fade. One of the thieves drifts forward. Its form ripples, showing 100 faces in an instant. You cannot carry them all, it whispers. Forget. Rest. Elias shakes his head. I will not forget. He steps forward, the dream light burning brighter now. Each spark pushes the shadows back. For a moment, the fog clears, revealing a landscape of floating shards of glass. Each shard holds a fading image. People, places, stories that once existed in dream. Elias realizes the truth. These are the dreams they've taken. Morpheus's tone grows urgent. Release them, Elias. Remember them. He reaches out, touching one shard. Warmth floods through him. A forgotten lullaby, a lost hope. The shard bursts into light, then vanishes into the sky. One by one, he touches more. Each memory reborn sends ripples through the mist. The thieves shrink, their forms unraveling. Their whispers grow desperate. If you remember everything, there will be nothing left of us. Elias stands firm. Then let that be your end. He raises his hand, the dreamlight surging outward in waves of gold. The mist shatters like glass. Silence follows, deep, cleansing, absolute. The thieves dissolve into nothingness, leaving only a faint echo behind. When the quiet settles, Morpheus's voice returns. You have done well. Elias looks around. The shards rise like stars, forming constellations in the void. What will happen to them now? He asks. They will return to those who still believe, Morpheus replies. Dreams always find their way home. Elias exhales. The air feels lighter now, the world softer. He takes one last glance at the fading mist. Where next? Follow the song of the moon, Morpheus says. There, hope still sings. Elias begins walking again, his steps glowing faintly in the darkness. Above him, the sky hums with distant music, the lullaby of the moon waiting beyond the veil. The world unfolds into silver light as Elias follows the song. The air hums with distant melody. Moonlight drips through clouds like melted glass. He feels weightless, caught between silence and song. Far ahead, a river glows white, winding across the horizon like a luminous thread. He approaches its banks and sees a figure seated beside the current, serene, radiant. Her hair flows like liquid, moonlight. Her eyes shimmer with endless calm. She is Selene, the moon weaver, guardian of night's melody and keeper of forgotten dreams. She looks up as Elias nears, her voice soft as falling snow. "You carry the dreamlight," she says. He nods, bowing slightly. "Morpheus sent me. His realm is fading." Selene smiles, though sadness hides beneath it. "Yes, I have felt his silence in the tides." The river ripples with her words, each wave carrying faint echoes of old lullabies. Elias gazes at the water. "This song, it feels alive." "It is," Selene replies. "It remembers what mortals forget: love, wonder, longing." She reaches out, touching the river's surface. It glows brighter, forming circles of silver light. "These are fragments of forgotten hearts," she says. "Dreams once pure, now asleep beneath sorrow." Elias listens as faint whispers rise from the river, voices of those who once dared to dream. He closes his eyes. Their longing fills him like the warmth of distant stars. Selene hums softly, weaving their voices into melody. The air trembles and the moonlight deepens. "Every song reborn restores a spark to Morpheus," she murmurs. Elias opens his eyes. "Then I will help you sing." Selene smiles. "It has been long since a mortal joined my song." Together, they weave sound from silence. Their voices blend, his human, hers celestial. The river responds, rising in waves of light. The night seems to breathe again. Dreams bloom from the water, flowers of memory and color, unfolding in delicate radiance. Elias feels tears on his face. "It's beautiful," he whispers. Selene nods, because it comes from belief. Dreamlight is not born of power, but connection. The song grows louder, filling the skies. Across the dream realm, shadows recoil. Morpheus's distant voice echoes faintly, stronger now. The light returns. Elias smiles, feeling the warmth pulse in his chest. "Then it's working," Selene's tone softens. "It will not last if the world above forgets again. Dreams must be shared." He frowns. How can mortals remember what they've chosen to ignore? She looks toward the moon, her reflection rippling in the water. By choosing to feel again. The melody fades into silence, leaving only the sound of the river's heartbeat. Selene rises, her light brightening. "You must go on. The path leads inward now, to your own reflection." Elias bows. "Thank you, weaver of dreams." She smiles, placing a fragment of moonlight in his hand. "For when the darkness returns." He holds it close. Its glow merges with the dreamlight within him. As he turns to leave, Selene's voice follows, gentle and infinite. "Remember, Elias, the moon sings for those who still dream." The song fades into starlight. Elias walks onward, his heart echoing the melody of the moon. The path curves upward, into a sky made of thought and memory. The stars hum softly, rearranging themselves. Elias follows the trail of moonlight left by Selene. Each step feels heavier, as though walking through his own mind. The air turns still, the world fading into reflection. Ahead stands a single mirror, vast, perfect, endless. Its surface shimmers like liquid glass, rippling with unseen emotion. Morpheus's voice returns, quiet but firm. "This is the mirror of the mind," he says. "Every dreamer must face what lies within." Elias steps closer. The mirror trembles, and his reflection shifts. Not a face, but memories unfold. He sees himself as a child chasing the wind, then older, tired, staring at blank pages he never filled. He watches moments when he stopped believing, the day he called dreams foolish, the night he forgot wonder. The reflection speaks, its voice his own. "You left us behind," Elias flinches. "I grew up," he says quietly. "Growing up," the reflection replies, "is not the same as giving up." The mirror ripples, showing 1,000 versions of him, hopeful, lost, afraid, joyful. "Which of these are you?" it asks. Elias hesitates. "All of them," he whispers. The reflection smiles faintly. "Then remember them. Every version carries a piece of the dream." The light within the mirror deepens, revealing the shape of Morpheus behind his reflection. "Do you see now?" Morpheus's voice echoes gently. "Dreams are not escape. They are mirrors of truth." Elias nods slowly. "Then I've been running from myself." "Yes," Morpheus says. but understanding that is how you awaken. The reflection stretches out its hand. Elias reaches toward it. Their fingers meet, merging in ripples of light. Warmth floods through him, not just from the dreamlight, but from memory, forgiveness, and clarity. He feels every dream he abandoned stir within him again, the desire to create, to explore, to love. The reflection fades, leaving only his true self, calm, complete, luminous. The mirror shatters silently into starlight, surrounding him like snow. Each fragment hums with quiet truth. Morpheus speaks once more. You have reclaimed what was lost within you. The dreamlight grows stronger. Elias looks around. The stars pulse in rhythm with his heartbeat. So this was never about saving dreams alone. It never is, Morpheus says. To heal the dream realm, one must heal the dreamer. The broken shards rise, forming a path of light ahead. Each step glows with his restored faith. He takes a deep breath, feeling lighter than before. What comes next? The Garden of Dawn awaits, Morpheus replies. There, the first dream was born. Elias gazes at the horizon, where darkness begins to soften into pale gold. The shards melt into the air, leaving a faint echo, his own voice whispering, "Remember to dream." Smiles stepping forward, the air hums with promise, and for the first time, he feels whole. As he walks toward the coming dawn, the voice of Morpheus lingers. The dreamer and the dream are one, and the mirror's last fragment glows behind him, reflecting light that will never fade. The horizon blushes with the faint light of morning. Elias steps onto the new path, made of broken stars. Each fragment glows beneath his feet, soft and warm, leading toward a vast expanse of light ahead. He breathes in the air, sweet, filled with dew and the scent of memory. This is the Garden of Dawn, where dreams awaken to meet the world. Petals shimmer like glass, streams hum lullabies in tones of gold and rose. The ground itself seems alive, pulsing gently, as if breathing. Elias walks slowly, afraid to disturb the peace. The light bends around him, tender and welcoming. In the center of the garden stands a great tree. Its branches reach into both night and day. From one side, silver leaves shimmer with moonlight. From the other, sunlight glows through golden fruit. He recognizes it from Morpheus's tales, the tree of thresholds, where beginnings and endings meet. Morpheus's voice rises softly, surrounding the garden. Every dream that begins must one day return here. Elias approaches the tree, his hand brushing against the bark. It feels warm, alive with quiet power. The fruit pulses faintly, each containing a fragment of a mortal dream. Some glow bright, others flicker weakly. These are dreams yet to be remembered, Morpheus says. Some fade before they are even born. Elias looks closer. Can they be restored? Only by faith, comes the reply. Dreams cannot survive where hearts have grown numb. He closes his eyes, recalling faces of people he once knew. Friends who stopped hoping, lovers who stopped believing. The thought aches, but it also stirs something deep within him. Compassion, purpose. He whispers, "Then I'll help them remember." The tree shivers. A single golden fruit falls, landing gently in his hands. Its light seeps into his skin, resonating with the dreamlight in his chest. Morpheus's tone softens. You understand now. Dreamlight is the bridge between the lost and the longing. Elias holds the fruit close. Then I'll carry it to the waking world. The garden seems to sigh in response. Petals swirl upward, forming spirals of luminous wind. He looks around, realizing the colors are changing. Dawn spreading across the horizon. Morpheus's form appears faintly before him, woven of light and mist. The boundary weakens, he warns. Elias nods. It's time, isn't it? Yes, Morpheus says. But remember, not all who wake will understand. You must carry hope quietly. The dream realm trembles, the sky folding into day. The flowers close, the rivers still. Elias steps back, clutching the golden fruit. Will I see you again? Morpheus smiles faintly. You never left me. You're part of the dream now. A breeze sweeps through the garden, lifting Elias in a wave of light. He feels no fear, only the warmth of everything he's seen, everyone he's met. As the light consumes the world, he hears Morpheus whisper, "Bring the dawn to those who've forgotten it." And with that, Elias awakens, the fruit still glowing softly in his hand. Elias opens his eyes to the sound of morning rain. The world feels real, yet soft, as if made of memory. He lies beneath a willow tree, its branches whispering against the dawn. The golden fruit rests in his palm. It still glows faintly, pulsing with warmth, a heartbeat not his own. He sits up, disoriented, the city skyline visible through the mist. Everything looks both familiar and strange. The streets below stir awake, cars, footsteps, the murmur of a world too busy to dream. Elias feels the dreamlight flicker within him, fragile in the noise of reality. He closes his fist around the fruit, whispering, "Not yet. You must live here too." The light strengthens, responding to his resolve. He smiles faintly. The dream isn't over. It has only changed form. He walks through the city, watching people move with tired eyes and hurried steps. Every face he passes carries the same silent weight, hope buried beneath routine. Elias can almost see the dim outlines of their forgotten dreams hovering near them, faint as candle smoke. At a corner cafe, he stops. Inside, a young woman sketches in a notebook, her brow furrowed. He feels drawn to her, not by fate, but by recognition. The spark of a dreamer, dim yet alive. He sits nearby, quietly placing the golden fruit on the table. Its light spreads across the wood, subtle, soft. The woman looks up, startled. "What is that?" she asks, her voice low. "A reminder," he says, "that dreams don't die. They wait to be remembered." Her eyes widen. For a moment, she seems to see something vast beyond him, a reflection of the dream realm. Then she blinks and the vision fades, leaving only wonder. She touches the fruit gently. It feels warm. "It's alive," Elias replies, "like everything we imagine." The fruit glows brighter, then fades, leaving behind a small golden petal. It drifts into her notebook. She smiles unconsciously and begins to draw again, lines flowing easily, inspired. Elias watches, content. One dream rekindled, countless more waiting. He steps outside as the rain clears, the city shimmering under new sunlight. Morpheus's voice echoes faintly in his mind. "The dawn you carry is not for you alone." Elias nods to the sky. "I know. I'll keep it alive." He walks through the waking world, each step leaving faint trails of light invisible to others. Children pause, smiling for no reason. A tired man hums a forgotten tune. Tiny ripples spread, unseen connections forming between hearts that still remember how to hope. The dreamlight within Elias hums softly, steady and calm. It no longer feels foreign. It feels like home. He realizes now that dreaming is not escaping the world. It's seeing it more deeply. The city breathes. The rain sparkles on windows like fragments of starlight. And somewhere beyond the clouds, Morpheus watches, silent and proud. Elias whispers into the wind. Dream's last light still burns. And the world, for a moment, seems to shine a little brighter. Night returns, quiet and kind. Elias stands on the rooftop of an old building, watching the city below. Lights flicker like scattered dreams, fragile yet alive. The stars above blink slowly, as if remembering him. He feels the dreamlight within, steady as a heartbeat. Its glow merges with the pulse of the world around him. The golden petal from the fruit rests in his pocket, humming softly. It's his last link to the realm of dreams. He takes it out, holding it to the wind. It shimmers, casting gentle ripples across the air. Morpheus's voice arrives like a breeze. "The light endures, Elias. You have done well." Elias smiles. "It wasn't just me. The world remembered too." "The dreamer and the dream," Morpheus replies, "are never truly apart." The city hums, its rhythm syncing with his breath. A new harmony forms, waking and dreaming intertwined. Elias gazes upward. Will the dream realm survive now? "It will," Morpheus says, "as long as someone, somewhere, dares to imagine." The petal glows brighter, then dissolves into golden dust. The wind carries it across the skyline. Each spark settles in quiet corners, in the hearts of those still searching, still hoping. Elias watches, knowing the light will find its way to where it's needed most. Below, a street musician begins to play a soft tune. The melody feels familiar, the song of Selene. He listens, eyes closed, letting the sound fill him. The moon hangs high, silver and serene. For a brief moment, he feels her presence again, distant yet near, woven into the music. Morpheus's voice fades to a whisper. The dream lives through you now. Elias lowers his gaze. And through them, he murmurs, through every heartbeat that still believes. The night breeze carries laughter, distant conversations, fragments of stories in motion. Each voice, each sound, feels like a thread in the great tapestry of dreaming. He realizes now that the dreamlight was never meant to be kept, only shared. The light within him pulses once more, brighter than before, then settles into stillness. No longer a burden, it feels like breath, quiet, eternal, free. He whispers to the night, "Morpheus, I will keep your light alive." A single star shoots across the sky, leaving a streak of silver fire. Elias smiles. "Good night, Dream King." He turns from the rooftop, walking down the empty street as dawn begins to rise. The first rays of sunlight break over the horizon, painting the city in gold. Every window glows softly, as if touched by unseen hands. Dreams linger in the air, unspoken but felt. A child wakes, inspired by a story never told. A writer begins a new page, a singer hums a forgotten song. The dream realm and the waking world breathe together, two halves of the same endless heartbeat. Elias pauses, watching the sun climb higher. The world feels awake again, alive, hopeful. And as he walks into the morning light, one truth remains clear. The last light of dreams was never meant to fade. It was meant to become the dawn,